Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fake Grand Order. Beim letzten Mal ist der Max mental zerstört worden, indem er sich hier ja Leute, so über einen Feind eigentlich geweint hat, liebe Leute. Wir haben beim letzten Mal hier nochmal ein bisschen Kirishima-Time gehabt und der Anführer Crypter ist gestorben, dank eines gewissen Barrels. Nun, liebe Leute, gibt es noch ein kleines Vöglein. Ein Vöglein, was noch das machen will, was ihr Master nicht zu Ende bringen konnte. In Sektion 26, One Day at the Beyond, werden wir wahrscheinlich nochmal einen finalen Fight gegen Canis haben. Und dann, liebe Leute, wird auch Olympus, was hier schon kurz vorm Zusammenbrechen ist, auch bald enden. Wo ist übrigens Pippe? Und Kadoc? Fällt mir nochmal gerade auf. That looked just like Ophelia. Ja, genau. Das Sirius-Licht hat eingesetzt.
There you are. It's about time we finally get a decent connection. Right then, this guy of music, commander of pilot of the Stormwater. Do you read me, Maxie? You already read me, yes? I'm just going to assume you can and tell you what I have to say. We just finished making emergency repairs on the border and are on our way to rendezvous with you at the top speed. We are all caught up in the situation thanks to your video feed. We know that the tree of emptiness was burnt down from the inside, that a mysterious light came down from the sky and a foreign god appeared from the inside, at last, and claimed to be Algemary Atmosphere. I'm still trying to make sense of it all, but never mind that for now. Which building are you in right now? The Great Shrine? The Cronus Crown? The Cronus Crown is starting to fall apart quickly, so if you are there, hurry over to the Great Shrine immediately. We should be able to fly in and extract you from there. What's next? I'm asking the impossible? Never mind it. Just get it done!
Not to worry, Director Goredofl. We've already managed to escape the Great Shrine. Once we've made our way through the Magiers corridor and reached the Hanging Gardens, we intended to try to make our way down the city. You can't. The Great Shrine's crumbling from the bottom up. You'll never make it down to the city. Quick, does anyone know where the most stable point in the shrine is? If it's stability you seek, I suggest you make your way to the altar. It's in the very middle of the shrine, and it was a holy stone used to receive Lord Zeus' revelation right to the very end. It will not be quick to fall apart. It should take us about 20 minutes to make it to Olympian airspace, so try to evacuate to the altar by then. Understood. Then we better be on our way, before the Magiers corridor starts to collapse as well.
Foo foo! I see the furry little breakfast thief is safe too. Anyway, hang in there until we can come rescue you in the border. Administrative Advisor, Mesh, Maxie, Macaris, Adele, Queen Europa. You'd all better hang in there until Captain arrives, which we will, guaranteed.
Mein Captain. Hey, der war hier in dem Kapitel nicht gerade unwichtig. Und das Paradies zerbricht. The sounds of destruction echo throughout holy vessel ring Cronus Crown, great over the shrine, Olympia, the donor. The cacophony of destruction reverberates through every district in Olympus. Und die Menschen, ja, sehen nun genau das. Das, was ihnen immer angekündigt werden, die Dämonen von Chaldea, die ihre Welt zerstören. Both the crown and the shrine, once thought immutable and eternal, were falling apart before everyone's eyes. Even the great crystal mountain had begun to fracture. Rubble rained down upon the city. People huddled on the ground, not even daring to look up at the sky. The heavens had begun to collapse. Olympus itself groaned horrible, straining at the seams. The death cries of an entire city echoes its districts. People huddled together in branch shrines, believing the destruction would stop once the gods heard their prayers. But to no avail. The rubble continued to fall, crushing some of the branch shrines and the districts surrounding them. Most people prayed fervently for this disaster to come to a swift end. They prayed and hoped and believed that the gods would protect them. They believed that their friends and family who had suffered painful deaths would soon come back to life. But in time, some people waiting for their loved ones' returns began to realize the truth. No one would be arrived. No one was protecting them. The Cronus Crown collapse would continue unabated. there would be no revelation from the great over the shrine, and the gods would remain silent. For now, at long last, there were none left in Olympus. As times passed and more people realized that the events they were experiencing portended their Lostbelt's destruction, they fell silent one after another, despair and resignation shutting their mouths tight. It was the first pall of silence, devoid of even a single prayer, that had fallen over Olympus in 10,000 years. Let's see, we still have 10 minutes to go. The floor's fracturing, everyone's falling down to the city below. We can't use this route anymore either. Come on, let's head back to the intersection and look out! Woo! Don't just watch your step. Keep an eye on what's above you too. You guys are flesh and blood humans, so even a little falling debris could end up killing you. Alright, I'll be fine, but Senpai is. That goes for you too, Mesh. If Torty knocks up with Solo right now, you're not much more durable than an ordinary human, so please be careful. Right, the situation seems dire. While we do have some floating mysticots prepared, we simply no longer have enough magic energy to make use of them. We could never make them last long enough for the storm water to reach us, and there's no guarantee that we wouldn't end up hurtling to our deaths. I'm afraid I don't have much magic energy remaining either, but there may still be something I can do. And then, Macaris, I'm going to use the last of my magic energy to provide the children of Chaldea with a defensive bounded field and a floating spell. While I would be very grateful if you would help me. Whether you do so or not is entirely up to you. Fu? Europa. Of course we will, Lady Europa, what Adele said. Wait, a bounded field and a floating spell would be a huge help, but why stop at just us? Can't we all? Ach Mesh, es kommt jetzt der traurige Abschied, den wir eigentlich doch wussten, liebe Leute. Denn Adele und Macaris werden so oder so mit diesem Lostbelt zugrunde gehen. Und auch die Werte Europa, die hier reinbeschworen worden ist, wird verschwinden. Operation God Destroy is complete now. Even the tree of emptiness is finally gone from this Lostbelt. This is our new future. The one we've been dreaming of for a long time. Right. Today is finally different from yesterday. I'm sure cells are growing again for the first time in forever. We can finally pick up from here where we left off 10,000 years ago. That's all we need. Besides, we are not as weak as you guys, so we can get down from the shrine on our own. One Macaris said. Even if this Lostbelt does soon returns to its original form, our time is only just beginning. Take care, everyone. Take care, Mesh and Maxi. And thank you for everything. This time we spent together may have gone by the blink of an eye. But I enjoyed every second of it. We enjoyed it too. That's exactly why. Come on, don't look at us like that. We all accomplished what we set out to do, right? I admit, there were a number of times when I thought it might be hopeless. I mean, I could tell from the first time I saw you guys that you weren't bad people. But I thought we might be screwed when it came to the operation. But really came through and gave us the tomorrow we were hoping for. I can feel it right now, at this very moment. We are in a different day now than we were yesterday. We are finally growing again. This Lostbelt may end up disappearing, but even so. As if we know anything could happen today. This is what I wanted, what I've long since hoped to feel. So thanks. I know most Olympians would probably consider you guys and us to be the most evil people ever, but... Yes, most Olympians may very well think that. But we don't, not one bit. And isn't that enough? We never forget you guys, even if this world was never meant to exist. So as long as you guys remember us proudly, that's plenty meaningful right there. We'd much rather you remember us like that than to keep on living aimlessly forever. Yes, you're right. Thank you both so much for helping us get this far. Foo. Can we at least stay together until the That's very sweet of you, Maxie, but no, I'm afraid we can't. Our end's not gonna be the same as yours, even Kirishida said so. So don't worry. We're okay going our separate ways here. I'd like to thank you all as well. Thank you for watching our Lord Zeus' loving heart and our Olympus pride. May you all live on, children of Chaldea. Our beloved Zeus in heaven sent you winds from the far reaches of humanity to aid these travelers, and your protection keep them safe from all manner of disaster that may befall them. It worked! We now have a defensive point of field and a flight spell. Bye bye, Mesh. Bye Holmes. Bye Fu. Bye Maxie. Damn Forbal. Your proper human streamers might be weak, but you are still a great masters anyway. You proved that beyond a doubt when you faced off with the other Master Zeus himself called a friend and won. You guys. Come on. What are you crying for? You're supposed to be proud about that. Fly away, Chaldea. Fly away! And make sure you land somewhere far from here. Give your best to everyone on the border and to all the other people in the world you once you saved them. Man, you're amazing, Queen Arupa. They already saw up, I can't even see them anymore. Do you think they'll be okay? I hope they don't get hit by any debris or anything. Not to worry, the gods will surely protect them. Yes, I have no doubt that the gods will welfare here. And the gods from proper human history will keep them safe. Indeed, that would be lovely. Hey, Macarius. What is this system? Remember how you said we can get down from the shrine on our own? You weren't very convincing. Oh man, I can't believe even you could tell I was lying. I'm so sorry, you two. There's nothing to apologize for, Your Majesty. We wanted them to take to the sky, and they did. That's all we need. Proper human history, huh? They never did tell us much about it. I wonder what it's like. It must be a wonderful world if they managed to produce people like them. Yeah, definitely. Then we really did not. Do the right things. This has gotta be what's best for Olympus. Macarius. I'm not regretting this. I've been dreaming of this day since forever. This is exactly what we wanted. Now everything's gonna go. Don't do this, Macarius. I'm sorry, sister, but I've gotta say this. You know what? What? Don't get me wrong. I really do think this was for the best. I'm just saying that. I really mean it. It's why I've been able to keep fighting for so long. But all that said. All that said. I know we've killed all the gods and betrayed all the other Olympians, but if there was a chance, even a tiny, 1 in a billion possibility of just having one wish granted. Macarius. I don't even know who could possibly grant it now that all the gods are gone, but there's a tiny, tiny part of me that feels like if somehow I could have one wish granted, then just once I wish I could see beyond tomorrow. And especially I wish I could have seen what you were like when you were all grown up. Oh, silly. You didn't have to tell me that. I've always felt the same way. Und auch unsere letzten Freunde, unsere letzte Verbindung zu Olympus ist zerbrochen. Nun heißt es nur noch abheben. Doch ein letztes Vöglein zwitschert noch, welches wahrscheinlich noch eine Sache zu Ende bringen will. Leute, das Ende, das ist so emotional, das zieht einen so runter, Mann. I can see everyone's spirit ocean. It looks like they're floating, but I go ahead and guide them to the deck. Mini-do. Switch the boat over to thruster mode. Maintain airborne altitude until Magiers teams is safely inside the ship. Why not? No problem. Okay, let's see where the thruster controls are again.
I thought I told him to wait at the altar. Why did I have to go to extra risk of using flying magecraft? Well, nothing to be done for it now. Open the deck hatch. As soon as we've collected the field team, we are getting out of this airspace faster than you can say skeletal.
Ah, yes, sir. I'm afraid I have an emergency report to make before we go to that. A powerful spirit ocean is headed toward us from the donor place. It will reach the ship in 10, 9, 8.
So, we are still not out of the woods. What in the world do we have to deal with that now?
Tja, das nette Wesen, was du mal eingeladen hast, Gordy. We actually managed to make it back. I almost can't believe it. Right. Foot looks like Olympus' defensive bounty is gone now. Indeed. It was an absolutely perfect spell while it lasted. No question as to why she was Queen of the Gods. If not for her delicate magecraft, I'd rather doubt we could have flown this far in safety.
What are you just standing around for? Get in the hatch already. There's an unidentified spirit ocean headed your way right now. Every day to what?
Hey there. So you punks really did make it out of there alive. Good. Wouldn't be any fun otherwise. But weaseling out of tight spot is one of the things you're allowed to do best, right? Your flying here was the right choice. So, where's the twins in Europa? Ah, so they dead. Well, hey, that figures. No point in saving the lives now, right? So you went around pulling all that shit you wanted and decided to scrap before it get real, huh? I liked it. Hell of a lot less cleanup that way. Only problem is, your asses got a business being the only ones to make it out of this gut-free. Don't you think, Chaldea? Canis.
Canis? Asking Canis to the right spirit? So she managed to survive too? Well, that's just grand. Go ahead and invite her to celebrate this victory.
Gordy, manchmal solltest du nachdenken, bevor du was sagst.
Hold on. Are you sure that's really Canis? The spirit ocean better doesn't match the one in our records at all. While Canis did have some divinity mixed in the spirit, now there's divine aura emitting out of the spirit ocean every pore. It's almost just like a pure divine spirit.
That's precisely it, Goredofl. I don't know how this happened. Canis appears to... Now she's quite clearly a god in her own right. In fact, at this moment, it would be no exaggeration to call her a direct proxy of the sea god himself. Keep that hatch closed for now, Goredofl. There's about to be a battle up here.
Huh? But why? Our battle is up.
Shut up! You should have hung up on mustard a while ago, detective. Perspective was always though. I'll give you that. But we don't need a peanut gallery getting in our way during our fight to the death. Canis, there's no reason to fight us anymore. You have already lost your master, and any reason you may have had to protect is Lostbelt. And despite all that, you still want to fight us? You done? Oh Leute, man, sie schaut gerade so unschuldig, so ein Blick, den wir noch nie gesehen haben. So, now we know what your servant thinks, Maxi. How about you? Got anything to say? Only this. You're not going to back down, are you? Hell no. This unfinished business ain't gonna finish itself. You punks brought down freaking the Olympus. That's huge. I couldn't ask for a more of your opponent. And hey, I might not be a typical Greek hero expert, but it's still what I am. And if there's one thing we all know Greek heroes are about, it's revenge, ain't it? It sounds almost fascinating hearing that from you, Canis, given how much you despise Olympus. But I can't deny that your will to fight, your drive, and your spirit are more united than ever before. This must be your final destination, the one you failed to reach in your lifetime. It seems you finally arrived at your answer, Canis. Then as much as we are obliged to respond accordingly, even if this battle is entirely unnecessary. Maxi, I'm aware your magic energy has so long reached its limit, but can you still do this? You know it. Let's go, Canis. Huh. Well, look at you. A goddamn weakling of a master glaring at me like you actually know your shit. Fine then, let's go. When we're done, all of that's left of you and your servants will be dangling from my spear. One last thing. Remember my name. I'm the one who made Poseidon pay for violating me and took his place as a god in recompense. I'm the foolish king who lost himself in the vices of killing, violence, anger and pride. But right now, all that I do for my contracted master. I'm Canis, the divine spirit. And I'm the only servant who Kirschtaria Wodime truly trusted. Leute, bringt jetzt wieder die Erinnerung, Mann, an meinen Wodime zurück, Mann. Okay, Ladies and Gentlemen. Okay, wir dürfen nur Sherlock nehmen. Das finde ich jetzt nicht gut, aber macht irgendwie Sinn. Also, liebe Leute, Origin Next Mess. Why not, liebe Leute? Why not? Diesmal bin ich bereit, wenn sie irgendwelche Invincible-Schmarrn wieder macht. Und ja, wir hoffen einfach mal, dass es irgendwie gut geht. Ladies and Gentlemen, los geht's. Auf zum finalen Kampf. Ein Kampf, den wir nicht führen müssen. Einen Kampf, aber den Canis geschworen hat, zu einem Ende zu bringen. Und wir werden hier diesen Wunsch definitiv erfüllen. Also, liebe Leute, auf zum finalen Grand Battle des 5. Lostbelts Olympus.
Olympus を制した者よ。その力、その決意、一時のものでないことをこの俺に示せるか。
あいにく手加減できるほどの器用さはない。お覚悟を。
Los geht's, Mädel. Los geht's, aber sowas von. Also, selbe Strategie wie beim letzten Mal. Lancelot nehmen und draufhauen. Nicht, dass wir viele großartige andere Optionen hätten. Oh mein Gott, ich hatte... Oh, wieso habe ich nicht gleich meine Master kurz gemacht? Ah, Alter, was? Warte. Remove Buffs? Wo? Launch to remove single defensive buffs. Ah, lustig. Wo hast du solche Skills gelernt? Ich finde das nicht gut. Ich bin dagegen. So, passt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Next round. Der Grund ist simpel, nämlich nach ihrem Breakpart tut sie unser MP klauen. Also, Noir hätte ich jetzt einfach Master Quit rausgehauen, aber es lohnt sich eh nicht. Oh, sehr schön. So sieht's nämlich aus, du wurdest gemordet und nochmal draufhauen. Alter! Schau ich mal an, was die Damage raus hat bei der Defensive Boss, Mann. Das ist sick, Mann. Naja, der Vorteil ist immer, sie hat keine MP-Batterie. Und jetzt müssen wir aktuell ein bisschen überleben einfach. Mein Highlight wäre natürlich, wenn sie jetzt mal ein bisschen Mesh angreifen würde. Nicht Lancelot! Nicht Lancelot! Genau, Messi, weil Messi kann sterben und Messi ist kaum tot zu kriegen. Das, dass sie unsere Dependence-Boss jede Runde klaut, das ist ganz schön madig, wenn ich das mal so sagen darf. So, jetzt wird's über. Übrigens, da stand unten, sie hat eigentlich eine geringe Chance, Defensive-Boss wegzuhauen. Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, das macht sie eigentlich mit jedem Move, den sie raus hat. So, sehr gut. Was machen wir? Ach, wir gehen auf Stalling. Bringt auch nichts anderes. Ich könnte jetzt noch einen schönen Buster Crit raus können mit hier unserem Super Crit-Lot, aber ich gehe mal auf Nummer sicher. Garden of Avalon. Also Leute, Mann, wie gesagt, Kane ist mir auch richtig ans Herz gewachsen hier in diesem Kapitel. Für ihren im Endeffekt schon toten Master, wo natürlich die Frage ist, wie sie eigentlich noch hier existieren kann, kämpft sie ja bis zum bitteren Ende. Einfach nur, weil die Schlacht, die er nicht zu einem Ende bringen konnte, ja, damit sie ihn, wie gesagt, abschließen kann. So. Nicht auf Lancelot. Nicht cool. Ganz und gar nicht cool. So. Ja, ich muss einsetzen, weil sonst überlebe ich das nächste MP nicht. Oder soll ich Lancelots Buffs machen? Weil ich meine, Lancelot so ein schöner Crit-Buff wäre jetzt natürlich richtig nice, Mann. Weil dann würde ich sie halt malträtieren. Auf der anderen Seite habe ich dann das Problem, dass ich sie nicht austanken kann mit Merlin. Ich gehe jetzt wieder auf Nummer langweilig, aber passt schon. Ja, komm. Ich meine, das eine Attack-Down ist zwar eklig, aber ganz ehrlich, wer weiß, wie viel diese Attack-Downs hier uns noch verpasst. Oh, hätten wir den Crit? Ja, sehr nice! Hui! Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass es gerade so flutscht. Wir sind echt stark, meine goldene Canis. Akta hat mir sehr viel Glück, dass er uns keine Defensive Boss geklaut hat. Sehr schön. Also, liebe Leute, Necron, komm bitte, 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 bitte. Eine Buster Card. Langt mir schon, langt mir schon. Eine Arztkarte, auch gut. So. So. Laurausa, Crypter Lord! Harundu! Overlandu! Sehr gut. Ah nein, nicht dieser Drecks-Damage-Card, Mann. Alter, Mann, sie hat einfach mal 2 Guts. Sie hat einfach mal der mit 2 Guts, Mann, und diesen Drecks-Damage-Card, durch den wir eh nicht durchstoßen können. Wir können es mal versuchen, aber es ist unnötig. Aber ja, mal gut. Ich habe vergessen, wie stark Lancelots Ding sind. Alter, Mann, das erste Gegner, den ich jemals gesehen habe, der sich einfach, der so schlau ist, sich lieber mit seinem Instinct-Guts, was er eh schon hat, nochmal einen Guts herzuzaubern. Das finde ich ganz und gar nicht schön. So, jetzt sind leider meine Crit-Pass wieder weg. Ah, eine Runde noch, sehr gut. So. Okay, da kommt der Pass weg. Nee. So, looks good. Looks really good. Oh, okay, die Runde muss mehr oder weniger sitzen. Aber Alter, Mann, nee, das wird aber nicht sitzen. Wie machen wir das am blödesten? Ja, wir können es eigentlich gar nicht machen. Ich könnte einen Buster Crit raushauen. Aber langt der Buster Crit, um sie zu breaken? Nee, ich geh jetzt auf den langweiligen Weg. Wir werden sie jetzt breaken, dann wird die erste Scouts triggern, dann werde ich nochmal zweimal Ding hauen und dann wird sie revive mit ihrem anderen Ding. Aber dann kann ich nicht darunter nochmal das MP raushauen. Oh, genau, passt. Oh, sehr gut, dass ihr richtiges Guts getriggert ist mit dem 150.000 Leben. Oh, sie hat einfach mal 3 von diesen Dingen. Aber diese Damage Taken Up, das ist ja nur 1000 Damage mehr oder so. Leistung. So mega cool. HP Recovery down. Die hat immer neue Buffs, Mann. Die hat immer neue Buffs, mit denen sie mich ärgert. So. Wenn wir Glück haben, dann schaffen wir es, dass dass ihr Ding zu Ende ist. Ihr Guts. Aber das ist jetzt ein normales Guts, das sollten wir locker überstehen, Mann. Garden of Avalon. Nächste Runde eine Buster-Karte werden wir ziehen mit Lancelot und damit wird es gewesen sein. Und damit meine werte Canis, dürfen wir sie hübsch nennen? Nee, ich glaube, dann sterben wir. meine werte Canis, damit werden wir es beenden. Es war mir eine Ehre, an deiner Seite und auch gegen dich zu kämpfen. Auf Wiedersehen, Olympus. Auf Wiedersehen, Woodtime. Es war uns eine Ehre.
Ah, 全力で負けちまったか。ちくしょう。やるじゃねえか。なあ、ガルデア。
Nicht schlecht, Canis. Ach, liebe Leute. Too hard. Too hard, liebe Leute. Too hard, liebe Leute. Das. Und jetzt wird das kleine Vöglein endlich schweigen. Was ich nicht gut finde, weil ich Canis sehr gerne mag und in diesem Kapitel echt lieber lernen. Damn, so you wanna bring every human up to the gods level, huh? That explains a hell of a lot, Kirishida. No wonder you're so desperate to get things moving. I don't know what the hell you did to yourself, but it's pretty clear you could drop dead any second. But if this is your plan and your works, you'll be set for a nice long life, typical human thinking. No, my apologies, I clearly didn't explain myself well. My plan is to make every human besides myself into God. Weil ich dachte mir, das ist das, was ich mir eigentlich schon mal dachte. Hey, im Endeffekt ist es auch ein bisschen arrogant, was er macht, weil er sich halt selbst halt. Aber wieso will er jetzt... Nein, Woodtime, du kannst nicht das Einzige, was ich an dir zu kritisieren, aber kannst du sich einfach hier wegmachen und sagen, nee, stimmt nicht. So this revolution won't include me. Even if my plan works flawlessly, I'll still be an ordinary human. Huh? Well, you might say it's similar to how a doctor can treat anyone except himself. This revolutionary rain of meteors I'm envisioning requires a central spellcaster to work. One can turn both the central axle and the world that turns around it at the same time. Really, if I'm being completely honest, my plan isn't entirely foolproof. But when I shared it with Atlas, warts and all, he also reluctantly agreed to it. That being said, I have no intention of dying anytime soon. I plan to keep on living for as long as I am able. Besides, if my plan goes well, then it will be everyone else's turn to shine. And who knows, I may end up living for quite some time yet, since I plan on taking it nice and easy in my retirement. What the hell? He's gotta be shitting me. He wants to make everyone else in the world send it to the next plane of existence at the cost of him becoming the only relic of the past? After all the hard work he's putting into making a new world, he's gonna be the only one left behind? No freaking way. I don't believe it. I don't even want to think about it. That's not just cruel, that's goddamn brutal. But he talks about it like it's the most natural thing in the world. He sounded so excited about it, like he couldn't wait for this new, better version of humanity to arrive. Your twisted nature couldn't be more plain, Canis. Both your heart and your mind wrapped around beyond redemption. Even becoming a god has done nothing to fix that. You were never anything more than a recipient of the sea god's love. How could you possibly begin to match us? You would never even understand Lord Kirishida's vision of bringing about a new age of gods. All you ever did was flail about in anger, curse the gods, and think of nothing but yourself. They were right. That sums up my whole life right there. That's why I could never get behind this goddamn plan. Not really. I never once thought it was a good idea. Shit. The idea of a world where everyone's a god sounds like my own personal hell on earth, and I taught him as much. But, all that aside, he still lived a life I can't even imagine. He had a dream so huge and stupid nobody else would even think about trying to make it a reality. Seriously, how messed up is that he got me of all people to want to support someone? And not just anyone, a stuck-up world is my oyster type like him. Crap, no wonder these Chaldea dipshits beat me. The second that happened, my fate was sealed. Huh, well, this is pathetic. Can't believe I picked a fight, then went and lost it. But you know, it's okay. At least I got to go out swinging. Isn't that a tie? A nice little bow on my stupid summoning. Now I don't have to worry about you punks or him anymore. Alright, assholes. This is where I'm getting off. See y'all on second thought. Guess you won't be going to hell, huh, Maxie? Well, whatever. Point is, I'll be waiting for you on the other side. Make sure you stop by once you're all done with everything here. I have a few words of praise for you about how you pulled off a hell of a thing, especially for a human. We have confirmed. Canis is gone. This Lostbelt last remaining threat has now been completely neutralized. Canis was a really strong side. Odd man, no, we are back online now, right?
Oh, we are? Damn it. Spanik. Why didn't you say so sooner? You've got to communicate. I'm testing. I trust you can all hear me. Once I open the hatch, with which I'm about to do in a moment, I want you all to get inside the border. Double quick. As soon as we've got confirmed our safe return, we'll be getting out of the airspace immediately. You can make your report to me after you've had a good long rest. However, there's just one thing I would like to say first. Well done, Maxie. Well done, Mesh. Well done, Administrative Advisor. Now that you've returned, I'm officially marking the following mission complete. Order Lostbelt number 5 and its suborder those who cross the Sea of Stars. I dare see your performance deserves full marks across the board. I advise you all to look forward to your next bonus. For I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Heißt es, wir kriegen ein Croissant? Aus einem persönlichen Vorrat? Come on, Mesh. Let's go home. Right, congratulations on the job well done, Master. Ach, liebe Leute. Ein so ganzer Sieg auf ganzer Linie ist es nicht gewesen. Es ist einfach zu schmerzhaft, liebe Leute. Aber nun kriegen wir noch einige Belohnungen und eine kleine Feder von einem schönen Vöglein. So, liebe Leute. Ich denke, bei dem nächsten Mal werden wir dann endlich Olympus abschließen. Leider, endlich, wie auch immer man es sagen will. Ein großartiges Kapitel. Und ich würde sagen, dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein und vielen Dank fürs